everyone. Happy PZTV Day.
That is right. It is explosive of fall in here.
Yes. I know, it's July 1st. I know. Happy new month, happy new season, happy new everything, but like we are all about fall today.
That is exactly right. And I'm sure everybody that is watching from home is also all about fall right now too. There's a lot of exciting stuff going on right now.
Well, in front of us, plus what you've already shared this week and before today, and just wait till you see everything we have in store.
That is exactly right. So we always like to give it a minute or two, but I'm sure that room is filling up fast. Rachel, are they coming on in?
They are.
I love it. You guys, when you pop on, be sure to say hello. As you come into the room, come in. We are across all platforms. I've got Facebook, I've got TikTok, I've got Instagram, YouTube. We're also live on
all the things.
PZTV.com.
Yes.
So wherever you are tuned in, give us a hello and a follow if you're not following us.
Let us know where you're tuning in from. We've got Rachel behind the cameras. We've got Dana in here as well, so they're monitoring your comments. We love to make this an interactive experience, so if you want to see things as we're showing them to you, if you have questions about what you're seeing, if you're new here and you're like, what are they doing? What's going on? Let us know, and we will chat.
That's exactly right. So we're going to go ahead and get started because I have a super exciting show to plan for you guys tonight, and I know Sonia is excited as well. So welcome on in. I am Beth Hanner, and I'm live here in the PZTV studio talking about amazing home fragrance with Pink Zebra.
And we're going to explain what that is. I'm Sonia Azad. It is really great to be here with you.
As always, you know, again, if you are just tuning in, definitely let us know where you're tuning in from. Like Sonia said, we've got a full studio. We want to hear commentary. We want to hear all the things. I'm going to tell you a little bit about who we are real quick before we dive right on in. I almost feel like we need to have a moment of silence right now for this fragrance because there has been a much anticipation for this. I'm going to get there. So I want to tell you a little bit about who we are first before we get here. We are Pink Zebra Home, and we're your one-stop shop for everything home fragrance. So what you're going to see tonight is a plethora of products ranging from sprinkles to cartons of sprinkles to we have diffuser oils. You have fragrances in multiple formats. You have room sprays. We have accent shades. We have amazing decor pieces. We even have a monthly subscription called Scent Flirt that I happen to absolutely love. We're going to talk about that here in a little bit. And I want you to keep in mind, too, if you are brand new, that all of our products are headache friendly and they're safe for those furry friends that we know and love, and kids as well. So non-toxic. And all of the things.
Think about all of the ways you can beautify your home, smellify your home, and Beth here likes to do a lot of what's called blending, which is what I think makes Pink Zebra really stand out.
Very much
experience. So we're going to do some of that tonight too.
Absolutely, we are, and I'm going in strong. So we're going to go ahead and get started because I know that it's almost like I can really hear you. I can't hear you, but I know there's a thunderous amount of excitement right now for this right here. We're gonna
so many people on.
We're starting out strong tonight, my friends. You guys spoke and we heard. So we delivered to you strong. This fragrance needs no introduction. We are starting off strong with it tonight. It was a much exciting fragrance that launched initially in January, actually with my girl Sonia here, and it sold out very, very quickly.
It's like me in a Pink Zebra scent. This is me.
A moment of calm. You're a moment of calm and a great, okay.
I like that. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I mean, I know I suggested that. I made that recommendation.
You're wonderful. Yeah, you're wonderful. So we're going to go ahead and dive right on in. Of course, I am going to introduce, hold tight, I'm going to give you I got a little ahead of myself. I'm going to give you the theme of the entire show.
Oh, yes.
But before I do that, I'm going to just go ahead and talk about Moment of Calm because I'm really excited about it.
Whatever you want. It's your show.
I just jumped right on in. So Moment of Calm, we're going to talk about it. Here are your fragrance notes. Salted pistachios, pink jasmine, followed with sun-warmed tonka. My friends, this is a beautiful fragrance. When that, I believe it was the sun-warmed tonka, that last fragrance note initially came out when this fragrance launched in January. I did some research on that. I love to know where the fragrance comes from. And it is, of course, a vanilla fragrance with a little bit of caramel. It gives it that golden fragrance. This is absolutely wonderful. I have yet to meet anyone that does not love it so much. This is a add a carton to cart kind of night. You're going to hear us talk about sprinkles tonight in multiple formats. So I have 2 different formats here. You're going to want to grab a carton of this while it's available. Don't sleep on it. All right, so we have sprinkles in a carton, sprinkles in a bag. We didn't stop there. We also threw into the mix. We're going to talk a lot about these 2 formats tonight. Fragrance room spray, which is amazing, as well as diffuser oil. Okay, so both different formats. Basically, any way you want to fragrance your home, Pink Zebra can do it, and we do it really, really well.
I feel like the last time when we launched this, didn't it sell out like really fast?
Yeah, like in a week.
Yeah. So, I mean, just know what you're up against here. Really, I guess up against each other. So go ahead and add whatever you want to the cart now, since you're here and you're on it. Stay on it, because this is not going to be available for long, I have a feeling.
No. All right, so now I'm going to take you back so that I can take you forward. I want to introduce the entire line to you tonight. So this is Autumn After Dark, first part to our entire July collection. You're going to get to see a little bit of, I want you to think like summer ween vibes, a little bit summer ween, you know, summer and Halloween combined.
I love it.
Hot, cool summer, you know, it's all of that, and then some really chic Halloween items, a little spooky, just a happy little mix if you haven't seen it already. So we're going to go into great detail with that, as well as I have a surprise. I told you, if you place a $100 order from now until through the rest of the show, you have a chance at getting not only 1 bag of sprinkles, one of these blended bags that we're going to do, or in addition to that, I have over there, if you saw on Facebook, a fall confetti mix that we're going to be dropping. So that will be all chosen on random. 10 winners tonight. Place a $100 order or higher to be entered into that giveaway, and we will surprise you in your box.
And it smells so good. Remember when I was walking by and I was like, what is it that smells really good in this one area? And I looked down and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, absolutely. It's that.
It's that.
So we're going to be doing lots of fun stuff tonight. So definitely give us a shout out. Would love to hear what you guys are ordering. We're going to continue on. We have a gnome, my friends, and we are not shy about gnomes here. We love them here at Pink Zebra Home. I think we're up to 12 or 13 at least.
I mean, you've got
our gnome count?
Someone's got to have a whole collection.
I know.
I feel like someone commented last time I was here. And it was like, I have every gnome that there is. Every Pink Zebra gnome that there is.
I think it was like 13, maybe 13, 14.
Here's another one. Y'all let us know.
This is a simmer pot, right? So here at Pink Zebra Home, we have 2 different warmers. You're gonna hear us talk about simmer pots and then simmering lights. This is absolutely beautiful. We'll talk about that here in a second. Candy corn gnome simmer pot. All right, so exactly like it sounds, it's going to heat your sprinkles, right? That we just talked about. So I'll actually add a little bit of this moment of calm up. We're gonna put in 3 scoops to our dish right here. So this is, again, a simmer pot that is going to heat with a hot plate. So there I put my 3 scoops in there. You can see here, there's your dish. Heats with a hot plate, so that's in there. Very, very cute. You've got your cute little button gnome, traditional little gnome sides. He's got, of course, a beard, a cute little candy corn hat. What I like about this candy corn hat, too, look at the top, my friends. You've got holes. So all of that fragrance and everything is going to come out the top, and it's just so cute. It's perfect for the upcoming season. I would definitely add this to cart tonight. He's not going to last long, and it's just so fun, wouldn't you say?
I love all the bright, pops of color.
Me too.
So for a room that's even neutral, think about it. I do a lot of neutrals, but I love a good pop of color. And he's very joyful and cheerful.
Like us.
Yeah, like us. And also very calm.
We're calm too. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. All right. So what are you guys adding up? We're going to take a moment.
Of calm.
Because those were 2 really big things. What are you guys like? What are you adding to cart? We want to hear from you. I definitely want to hear.
Yes.
Who's adding in the gnome and so forth.
Anything. The gnome is really cute.
People have said that they placed their order and then came back for more because they did not want to miss the moment of calm.
Yes,
keep coming back.
You did the right thing. You did not want to wait on that one. But we have so much other stuff to show y'all. Check this one out right here. So
beautiful.
I know. I love this one. This is a new one. Beth mentioned simmering lights, and I love this one because I'm a UT graduate, not Tennessee. That is the University of Texas. And This one, my dears, is called the Glossy Burnt Orange Simmering Light. Like, who names these, right? Whoever it is, I love you. Burnt orange is our color, and it reminds me of football, which reminds me of fall, which is right in alignment with our theme that we're talking about. But the word glossy, I want you to focus on that, because that is exactly what this is. This is smooth, it's silky, it's very, to me, simple elegance, right?
Look at the color. Okay, such a gorgeous color, even like whenever it's on and off.
Yes.
Definitely love
that. I love it. And it's, I think it elevates any little corner of a room, maybe like an office or a dorm room even. I think this would be great. And you see that we have them paired with both the antique white and the wood grain base, and I think both really look lovely.
Yeah.
So this is a simple, elegant transition to fall, but also keep it up year round, especially for my Longhorn friends.
Absolutely. Oh, let's have your choice of base too, antique white or wood grain. Yeah. I mean, I think you said wood grain you liked.
I like both of them. I think that this one kind of creates a lightness, and this one more of like a serious, like I'm about to sit and read a book kind of vibe.
It's because it's on books.
Oh. This is like
we're here all night, friends.
Product placement? Like what? You guys just marketed me.
We did. All right, we're gonna move on down. We are getting ready to start in with some amazing fall fragrances, my friends. This needs no introduction, of course. Farmhouse cider. This one has a huge piece of my heart, because this is one of 3 of the first fragrances that I ever purchased. That's how long it's been with us, because I've been with us a long time.
And you mentioned that in the teas, you said there's a couple of fragrances that are like Beth's OG fragrances.
This is one of them.
Yeah.
So it's extremely fantastic. Here are your fragrance notes that we're going to read to you. You have tart apple, warm spiced cider, and cinnamon at the tail end. We're going to add a few scoops of this up here because we want it to smell super good in here. This gives me 100% country store vibes. It's, I'm from the Midwest. We have a lot of that where I live, small town, all of that. It's just, and then some. It's definitely summertime to a T, or summertime. It could be summertime. Fall, autumn, as well as I know everybody actually loves this year round too.
Well, and I was in an early fall Michigan last year.
Yes.
So for my Michigan friends and really the Midwest, you guys do these cider mills, I think it's called, right? Cider mills. And this took me back to that cider mill
very much
experience, like where leaves are turning, and also you've got something that's like cozy and comforting but grounding. Apples are very grounding. And this, to me, the apple is forward for me.
It is. It's a very beautiful fragrance. So you've got, look at all these formats, my friends. So we've got sprinkles in a carton. We brought it back in a bag, right? Both of those, as well as the infamous room sprays. We talk about those all the time. They're fantastic, TSA approved. It's definitely an effortless way to fragrance your space. Love them. And then look at this, all right? So you guys know how passionate I am about this product right here. These are diffuser oils, which is our liquid fragrance line. So here I have 2 different sizes. This is a fantastic fragrance to get the larger bottle in. I promise you will love it. So you do save a little bit of money, like the carton and the bag. You always save a little bit of money when you buy a larger diffuser oil. So 3.75 ounces versus 16 ounces. And then you're going to utilize that diffuser oil in whatever your favorite diffuser is. I prefer wall hugs that we're going to talk about here a little later in the show.
Wait, you like wall hugs?
No, who knew?
I didn't know that. That's the first time I've ever heard you mention wall hugs.
All right, my friends. A lot of lovers, I'm sure, for Farmhouse cider. So let's move on down. We got to show that.
This is incredible. Yes. I was like, what is this when I walked into the room? Because it is a standout, right?
So much.
This is what we call an accent shade, and we'll talk about and show you different ways to use them if you're new here. But this is the Spell Books accent shade, and you can probably see why, right? It's like you're casting a spell on someone. This gives me a little bit of Harry Potter vibes as well. Ooh. Obviously, this is a beautiful witch's hat. I know. I was getting there. There's a little spider that's hanging from like a thread or a web, a little spider web off the tip of the hat. And this is really lovely. I mean, it's substantial. It's resin. You've got like the continuation of the spider web down one side of the hat. This goes all the way around, right? And you'll see all of these rich colors here with this beautiful gold trim. And then you've got it layered with books. Lots of beautiful texture here as well.
I like the bronze metal. What's that called?
It's like a little buckle.
Buckle. Thank you. I love that on the detail of this.
And kind of like what Beth was showing you earlier with the holes where the fragrance and the light can escape. You've got this put in stars, and you're going to see this as a constant theme in tonight's show. These stars will appear over and over, and I think that's so great for fall. It gives it a little bit of mystique, a little bit of mysteriousness, and also a little bit of light popping through in those darks so that everything's balanced out. You want to even things out. So if you want me to lift this up, we've got a simmering light underneath here. This is the candle glow, right?
It is, but I'll tell you what, I call that the little black dress as simmering lights. Let's see what it looks like with this guy here. Yep. We didn't pair that up. I think that's pretty cool.
How does that look?
That is beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay. That is awesome.
I didn't do that till just now.
No, we didn't think about that.
No, we didn't. But I think that's the winner right there, to be honest with you.
That's
that
cool.
orange really shines through. So best part about accent shades, like Sonia was telling you, is that you can interchange your simmering light to whatever your preference is. Once you purchase your simmering light, like this candle glow that we have over here, it does go with all accent shades. I mean, I like different simmering lights because that's what I like.
Yeah.
If you're watching tonight, this guy right here that we initially had underneath, that's a perfect starter piece.
That's what I have.
Yeah.
And I just kind of like mix and match, trade stuff out, even in small spaces, right?
Absolutely.
Even if you don't have like a substantial house where you have different things in a bunch of spaces, that one is a must-have.
So much.
Yeah.
So, oh my goodness. All right, my friends.
Do they love this?
I think this
is they are loving it.
Yeah,
I do
really
too.
cool.
I just saying they want it for their office and their house. Like you want it in so many different spaces.
Yeah, good. Yes, keep that creativity.
I want to call out to the quality in this. Okay, it's when you see it in person. I'm telling you, and I've seen it on camera. It's fantastic, but even in person, my friends, this is a nice, the quality is excellent. And then here on the front, potions, spooky spells. Just lots of fun, and if you're somebody that loves to have fun with Halloween, it's definitely the perfect piece.
Yeah.
So
sounds like they're excited.
And we are having fun so far. We are just getting started, getting warmed up. We have so much more to show you guys. So we are going to move on down. If you are just new to us, let us know in the comments. We're launching part 1 of our Autumn After Dark home fragrance collection tonight, and I'm Beth with my girl Sonia here. So
hello.
Welcome on in. Place a $100 order, and we're going to be doing giveaways as well. Speaking of parties, let's talk about this. Did we decide, girl, boy? Did we decide?
I think we said boy in the end. I don't know.
This has been
either
the
one.
Behind the scenes conversation of the evening, everyone.
It's a boy
We're
cat.
like, is it a boy cat? Is it a girl cat? Do we refer to him?
It's party cat.
Party cat.
Okay.
I don't know. Whatever.
So I want to introduce to you the party cat. Okay, every party has a cat. Apparently, this is our party cat.
Okay.
So party cat simmer pot again. So differentiate between one of our warmers. This is a simmer pot, right? So your sprinkles are going to set in this gorgeous little orange dish right here, right? You have a hot plate that's going to heat that, and of course, on the very back, you're going to have a red indicator light that tells you when that's lit up that it's on. Right, and so super cute, adorable. You've got stripes along the front. You got how cute is that? Three little orange, or 2 little orange dots. Of course, you've got your hands out to the side, and then your traditional yellow face. So very festive for the upcoming holiday season. A simmer pot looks so cute with this little spellbook.
These two look really cute by each other. And what I said when I saw this, I was like, oh, this reminds me of. When they place those babies inside a pumpkin and their arms are kind of out.
Oh my gosh!
It's like, like that. I don't know why.
It's stuck in there.
Yeah,
it's so
like,
cute photography.
And then you're holding on to this big pumpkin and your sprinkles go in here. So
a lot of fun.
This to me, based on the texture of it and kind of the design of it, looks like a big pumpkin. Cute. Cat and a pumpkin.
So cute. All right. So definitely, out of curiosity, keep those comments coming. We want to hear from you guys so far what you've seen. Do you decorate when you decorate? Are you more whimsical, or do you like a little bit of a darker Halloween decor, or are you like me? I think I kind of encompass fall and Halloween all together. So for example, I would take that glossy orange simmering light and pair it up with one of our lanterns. because and then maybe add in some fall foliage around that. That's more my style. And then I would definitely add in, I kind of like this, so I would probably pair in, sporadically throughout my house, but I don't feel like I go either way. What do you decorate for?
I'm probably a little more like darkish. So
you are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Less like, wow, more like, wahaha.
Okay.
Okay. It's like all of a sudden I'm making sounds, not saying words. Well, there's some of the things that we
down the way.
Yeah, that clued me into how to answer that question because I know what stood out to me.
Okay.
I'm trying to say it without telling you guys what it is. This is so hard. Okay.
Let's move on down this one. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you love this one.
Woo-hoo.
Okay, and I know so many of y'all love this one too. We've talked about this. This is everything autumn.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it is everything autumn.
Oh my goodness.
Truly. In these sprinkles. So we've got apple, pumpkin, and then spice pear. So the sweetness of this really comes out in the fruit. Like it's got a juicy pop to me at the end, where you just want it to keep going. And as Beth was saying, this is kind of like one of those add a carton to cart kind of things here. But we do have this one in bags of sprinkles, and you'll see it also in those other formats that Beth was talking to you about. The room sprays, which I'm a huge fan of. And then also the diffuser oil. So if you want to fragrance your space in a way that's effortless and kind of maybe you even leave the space and come back and it's still going, then I really recommend the diffuser oils.
You know what I love about this fragrance? We're going to talk a lot about this tonight, a little bit down the line. This Everything Autumn, actually, to give you guys some history, was a paisley pick. And you're going to see that as a trend. A lot of these fall favorites were paisley picks. And so just so you know, when you guys purchase a paisley pick, and we always have one, a focus of the month, this month we're going to talk about a leather fragrance here in a little bit. Then if that fragrance tends to be very popular, then a lot of times it ends up sticking around, which Everything Autumn happened to be one of those fragrances. And I remember when it came out, everybody just absolutely loved it. So you always want to trust me when I tell you that this is one of those fragrances you want to grab. So as we're talking and we're moving on down, I do want to talk about the fact that we talk about sprinkles all the time, and what are they? So that is the bread and butter of our company, Pink Zebra. Okay, so we make and manufacture those right here in the heart of Sugar Land, Texas, out in the warehouse actually. We have two different formats. You'll hear us reference. Tonight is going to be one of those nights that you want to grab the larger format because all of these fragrances are amazing. However, we do have two different formats. So you have 384 hours of fragrance time in this one carton versus 96 hours in this bag of sprinkles. So you do get a little bit more for your money when you purchase a carton. It's like getting a bag for free. But trust me when I say that every single one of these fragrances is outstanding. So you're going to see that tonight. You're going to hear us talk a lot about that, as well as this program that we're going to talk about right now.
Yes.
So Scent Flirt is my favorite. Absolutely my favorite. Okay. So we have a monthly subscription that we call Scent Flirt here at Pink Zebra Home, which actually sends you exclusives to your doorstep every single month. It's like Christmas. It's Cool Kids Club.
Yeah, I love that. Okay,
so you get to see exciting things that maybe haven't, in new formats that people haven't seen before. There's all kinds of products. We've had dish soap. We've had our body care line. That was a really fun month. I know Scent Flirt lovers are actually experiencing some of that right now. Some of you that have already received it. The best part about Scent Flirt is it does ship to your doorstep every single month after you've been a part of that club, the Cool Kids Club, for 6 months. Then you get a 5% discount on all fragrance products. Okay,
it's amazing.
Okay. Lean in a little further.
Yeah.
You also have access to things that not everyone else has access to, like Scent Flirt exclusives. Okay, which we're going to talk about here in just a second. So it's the perk to being a part of that is you get to experience things before other people do, and then you get the value is amazing.
Yeah.
I know I have a lot of Scent Flirt lovers out there. If you are one, give me a shout back. I want to hear from you because I myself was one. I just have to have it.
Yeah, and tell us what you love about it, because maybe someone else who's not yet a Scent Flirt member will see your comment and you will inspire them to become a Scent Flirt member. I also think that it's a nice way to give yourself something every month, right? So sometimes we forget about ourselves. We're like last on the list, but this ensures that you will go to your mailbox at some point or go to your doorstep and there's something really beautiful and lovely waiting for you.
Right. And it comes in a pink box. Who doesn't love that? It's
Yeah.
fun. Okay. Absolutely. So speaking of exclusives, speaking of fun things and all that, we're going to dive right on in. This one is absolutely amazing. I want to introduce 2 ScentFlirt exclusives that are available to you tonight as ScentFlirt members. Fun fact, if you were to join ScentFlirt right now, okay, you have access to these immediately. Fun other fact, if you join a 6-month subscription, you're going to immediately lock in that discount. Okay? That's fun.
That is fun.
Right? All right, so now that I've got you, I want to talk about this.
Which is also fun.
Here you go. 3D
like very...
ghost simmering light, right? And all kinds of fun stuff that I have here too. We're going to talk about this in a second too. So this is the 3D ghost simmering light. We've had a few of these since January, and they have been really, really huge hits. We had, Valentine Heart one. We had a Shamrock one. Yes. So this is the 3D ghost simmering light. I know you guys are loving this. Some of the ghosts are kind of upside down. It definitely gives you that kind of mirror effect. It's kind of fun. It's definitely a little bit of a lighter Halloween, decor piece, I would say. But just really, really cool. It does come with your choice of base, either wood grain or white. Definitely just depends on your preference.
This
right?
is like I'm staring at it because
magical.
I'm like going in and out of this 3D experience.
That's right.
Like,
That's
wow.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's super cool. Okay, so that's one of the exclusives.
It is, yeah.
One of the 2 exclusives. So this other new ScentFlirt exclusive is an accent shade. This is one of my favorites this time.
So cute.
I love this. This is called Pumpkin Paws accent shade.
That's right.
Because his little paws are out. So this is another like substantial. We talked about like the sizes of these accent shades. This is like a really standout piece. He's
fantastic.
So cute, right? Again, with the resin, a lot of texture here. His cute little nose, and then of course he's dressed like in a sheet. This looks like, he's saying boo, peekaboo, with his eyes peeking out of the white sheet here. He's got this beautiful little pumpkin, like, what is it called? Like a basket in his mouth.
Trick-or-treat basket.
A little trick-or-treat basket, yeah, but it's not a spooky one. This is a sweet one. And then again, remember the stars that I was talking about earlier?
Love
Here
it.
they are again. So to create a little bit of lightness, this is like innocence, it's playful, but it's also really, really substantial. So
can I hold, you know what? Yeah, pull it up for
I
a
want to
second.
just show you guys the back because in the bottom, because the bottom is what the curves make it a little less rigid and a lot of like wispy. It almost looks like he's moving around. Oh my gosh, and I forgot to mention the tongue.
Super cute. You know what I want to see too? We were talking about this a little bit ago. We just launched this light. I want to see here. I want to pair this up with that and see what. See, we were saying you could add your different simmering light. So Sonia's going to put him over the top of the orange, and we're going to see what happens there. I think.
How does that look? Good.
Really
all right, my
pretty.
friends. I think that's
really
a winner.
cool. That's really cool. I can only see it like halfway here, or like partially.
So
but I bet
what that does is that allows those stars just really totally pop through with that orange. So you can see here where your basic simmering light, not basic because it's definitely fantastic. But it's simmering light though does add, it elevates, right? And but it fits with any of your decor pieces. And like I said earlier, I love them with lanterns like so much. This is adorable. So go grab him now. It won't last long.
And don't forget. This one's a ScentFlirt exclusive, as is this. So you really need to be in that ScentFlirt Cool Kids Club. Is that what you called it? In order to grab this one.
That's right.
Okay.
All right, let's move on down. We want to hear from you guys. Are you loving it so far? Everybody happy?
They are loving it. They were saying you could even put candy in the little basket.
That's what I was saying. Yes, I was thinking that. I want to. How can we show this?
You know what would be
like with a reed diffuser?
Well,
like,
you know what? It's deep.
It's deep.
But you know what would be really cute in this, which I think would be better than candy, would be some dog treats. A few dog treats, like some of those little biscuits.
Cute.
Just something cute. I mean, I know we don't eat, but or you could, I would only be concerned with the type of candy, obviously from the heat of the summer light.
Maybe not chocolate.
Definitely not chocolate. But I think, anything you could put in there would be really cute.
Dog treats is a good idea, though.
Yeah.
I like as long as the dog cannot get to it.
True that.
Right.
As the dog cannot get to
Or
it.
don't put the simmering light under it.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This next one is
too many rules. Too many rules.
I know.
Okay. Yes, this next one is awesome, and I just pulled out one of these things. But this is a candle. This is a reed diffuser, the candlestick reed diffuser. So I love this one because it is kind of fitting with the theme that we've been talking about, but it's kind of like a pretty all the time opportunity. And so, because we started talking about diffuser oils, this is one of the ways that you can use these diffuser oils. So I want to just show you. So a lot of the reeds that we show you, these diffuser reeds, look different. These are really kind of chunky and substantial, but this allows for a really big throw when it comes to the fragrance. And all you do is you put your oil.
Well, let's just go ahead and demo it.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so I grabbed one of my favorites, Everything Autumn,
Okay.
Big Boy, right? That's what I call that.
Big boy.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to fill it. So listen, friends, this would actually hold quite a bit of oil. I just filled it up about that far. I would say maybe an inch or so.
Yeah, and this is a fibrous material, by the way.
Right.
So what I do is just you could put them in here for
And maybe just a minute or two.
Okay.
Let them soak in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you could flip it. So if you're I want that fragrance now, you can kind of after a minute or two just flip it,
the reeds.
and then you'd have it. And then obviously it soaks up from the other side.
Absolutely. And this is, okay, so a reed diffuser, like she just introduced to you guys, is meant to be used with our liquid fragrance line called the diffuser oil that we introduced to you guys in so many different ways. And so what's nice about this is that it's kind of like an effortless way to fragrance your home.
Mm-hmm.
What we just did is you put that in and then you walk away.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that is exactly what it is. It's decorative. It's fantastic. It's for those of you. It's very safe.
If you've got cats who knock things over, or dogs, or kids, or whatever it is, or maybe you're forgetful and you forget to turn off things with flames, right? This is safe in all those scenarios.
And I want to throw out too that they can be mixed just like our wax sprinkles.
Yes.
So you're going to hear us talk about, making blends and such. So our diffuser oils are just like our sprinkles. You can mix them, create your own recipes with that. I'm very passionate about our diffuser oil. I just absolutely love it. It's a fantastic product. So if you haven't tried it, what I love about this piece too is that it's functional and it's gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just both.
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
Yeah, and there's a little kind of pop of shine to that, a little shimmer.
Right, lots of fun stuff. Keep in mind, we're gonna continue on. We have so much more to show you guys. This is such a big show tonight. It's so fun. If you place a $100 or higher order on tonight's show, then you're gonna have a really good chance. We're gonna be giving away 10 winners will receive a bag of sprinkles. We have behind me the fall confetti that we did a teaser of on PZTV. Oh, actually, it was on social media. We did a teaser on that of all the returning fragrances. Smells fantastic.
Wow.
So not only are you going to get one of those bags, but you're also going to get another blended bag. So we're going to pick 10 winners. It'll be all on random, and it'll just show up in your package. Be sure to give us a shout out too when you get those bags. You will know that they came from us.
Okay. All right. So the fragrance we're going to talk about next.
Forbidden fruit.
Is forbidden fruit. Remember I said I'm a sort of a darker, darker decor lover. This to me is a little bit of a darker scent. Not dim, but it's not light.
No.
Right?
No.
Even though it's fruit, it says the word fruit in it. So this is dark raspberry, black apple, and cognac. So to me, this is a moody scent.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like it is, at least. And I think it's lovely.
It is lovely.
Yeah.
It's very, very pretty. Yeah. What are you picking out of that the most?
I think the raspberry. I think
Okay.
there's a dark juicy fruit. So maybe it's raspberry.
Maybe, and I like the apple in it too. It's really pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Definitely. And also room sprays. We love our room sprays.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm a room spray girl. It's just
yes. Absolutely. So, all right. So yeah, definitely grab it. You've got a carton and a room spray, and we're going to move right on into another returning favorite. This is the Witch's Hand Glimmer Candle, my friends. It's absolutely fun. So for those of you that are a spooky decor, we actually haven't asked yet if we have any spooky people.
I mean, like spooky. Well, we said, yeah. Like, are you like a bright color pops of Halloween, or are you like a dark and mysterious type? But this one to me is like a little bit in between because it's playful,
right?
And I think that it doesn't have to just sit out on Halloween time.
No, definitely not. Okay, so you have your witch's hand here. Of course, she is gold with black fingernails. She also has rings, okay, along all of her fingers. This is the base of the glimmer candle. Here at Pink Zebra Home, we do have occasionally launch glimmer candles. We just launched the ever so amazing Starfish this spring. So this is another new glimmer candle for those of you glimmer candle lovers. This glass right here is like a frosted red.
So
what I love about this is that, of course, this comes off and can sit by itself like this. Okay, so I want you to think like if you were to purchase this for the upcoming season, you would have this now to pair there, and then if you did want to put your witch's hand, this will take you into Christmas beautifully. Mm-hmm. It's gorgeous, and I even think Thanksgiving. It's such a really stunning red color. So this is
Valentine's Day. I mean,
balance,
keep it out
all of the things. The hand is crafted again from resin. I'm going to do another spin so you guys can see. You actually can see the veins in the hand. For those of you that love Halloween, so we're going to actually show you. I think we could go ahead and make a candle, don't you?
Okay, sure.
Definitely make one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, by the way, if you have questions, now's a good time to ask. You can ask questions about the candle or something else you've seen.
Mm-hmm.
But we are going to explain how to do it because there really is a step-by-step process.
You're going to take your wick here, okay, and you're going to center it in the center. Okay, make sure that you center it. It is one wick, so it comes with a package of 3. And then I'm going to add up I'm going to do the forbidden fruit. I'm going to hold that wick kind of stationary so that I can add the sprinkles. The key to this when you're filling this, my friends, is that you want to make sure that you tap down the sprinkles. I'm going to go ahead and give it a good fill. All right, and then make sure it's level. And then when I fill it, I always just tap it. And what you're doing is you're actually eliminating those air pockets so that when you actually burn your candle, it burns evenly. When you burn it for the first time too, you want to keep in mind to burn it at least 3 to 4 hours so that it does burn all the way across. We're going to add all our sprinkles to this. This is a large glimmer candle. And then we're going to go ahead and we are going to allow about 1/4 inch of the wick. We're going to trim it down to where it is about that long. And then we're going to light it. So this is it's taking me a second to...
There's a lot. I mean, it's an indication of the size of what we're doing, what we're showing.
Okay. So definitely there.
And by the way, you can get replacement wicks. I don't even know if y'all can hear me.
Yes, sorry.
You can get replacement wicks on the website.
Sonia. Hold on. Okay. All right, my friends. I had to show them how you tap it down. There's a key to it.
You're doing a great job.
All right, we're gonna light it. We're gonna light it. All right, friends. So then we're gonna actually let it sit right there. What I love about this too, when it lights, you can actually see it already. Like if we were to shut the ring light off, you will see that that entire globe. You want to shut it off real quick and see if they can see that? Yeah.
While you have it off, would you run back over to the ghost simmering light really fast?
Yes.
Nicole said to be sure to turn the ring light off when we were on that, and I didn't get that out.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Turn. Yeah, you want to see the ring light on the camera?
Yeah. Just
sure, absolutely.
It shows better without the ring light on.
Yeah, this was one of the first products that we showed. This is a Scent Flirt exclusive tonight. It's fantastic. Definitely. Yeah. And I can see that glowing. Like I said, it was through that.
It's really beautiful, and it's got that kind of edgy, mysterious vibe. But I don't know about y'all, but to me, I think this is something that you can really leave out as a standout decor piece all year round. For my goth friends out there.
Well, you know, and like I said too, like if I wanted to give her a ring,
you could. You could do so much with that hand. I think it's so cool.
She
And
can't
people
have
would
it, but
always
yeah.
ask. She can't have it. People would always ask you, like, what is the story behind this? Where'd you get this?
Right,
And
definitely.
then you have an opportunity to share with them.
Introduce Pink Zebra. Okay. Alrighty. Thanks, Rachel. Let's go on. We're going to move on down. We got so many
Are
more
you
things
ready?
to show. Yes,
Okay,
absolutely.
so we've got the Nerdy Owl Simmer Pot. Now, here's the first thing I just want to share with you guys. I mean, you can already see it. There are two of these, right? And they look perhaps a little different to you. And that is by design because these are each uniquely created. So no two are the same. Remember I said that one of our accent shades was giving me kind of Harry Potter vibes. I don't know what it is. Maybe that, you know, that's just what's on my mind. But this is also doing the same for me. I do think these two things would pair really nicely together, by the way. That accent shade and this simmer pot. But, you know, Beth just filled this with, what was that, 3 scoops?
Yes.
This is like a very nice sized dish. You can see this is kind of black and white, but wow, the texture of this one is incredible. So this is hand sculpted, cast in ceramic, all right? But if you go take this all the way around, it's really sweetly feathered. So you've got this whimsical feel to it, but also this wisdom that kind of is grounding and serious at the same time. You've got little pops of color here with the eyes and nose. And this is another one that I think is really versatile. It matches this collection that we're talking about tonight without being like, oh, well, now I have to put it away because the season is over. I think this one is kind of one of those that can stay out year round as well.
Agree.
And it fits perfectly with our Halloween decor as well.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of love for that one. And, you know, it's definitely a good example of how no two are the same. Like you said, they both look so different, so unique.
And there, you know, this is ceramic again. So this is, you get a little shimmer up here.
Cute.
And then it's more matte kind of down in the bottom. Yeah.
Shoo-wee. So many fun things.
So many
All right.
fun things.
We have another seasonal return we're going to talk about here. This is Golden Harvest. Fantastic. Available now to you in a carton of sprinkles. A lot of love for this one. This has got a really nice fragrance. If you are a lover of apple, but you're not a cinnamon apple person, this is for you. I really like that one. It's not an overly powerful, strong fragrance, but it does have a good throw. I used this one, I remember, a lot last year. I'm going to add 3 scoops of sprinkles up to my cute little owl there. And it's harvest apple, orchard pear, followed by fall leaves. It's fantastic. It's available to you now in a 16-ounce carton. So definitely don't sleep on that one. A lot of love for that one. So
I love that. Yeah, this one's like a simple but like heartwarming one.
Yeah.
This is like a nostalgic scent to me. Okay, so can we show them this next simmer pot?
Absolutely,
Because I remember this one. I know it. I love it. I know you do too. This is the Damask Pattern Simmer Pot. So this is one of those that I think is very elegant. It can elevate a space, but again, very simple. It's not gonna like, you know, be very in your face. And also, I don't know if this appears as purple to you, but to me, this is a deep plum purple color, but not single tone. It's kind of dual or double toned here. So you see this beautiful pattern. It goes all the way around. Again, here's the dish for the simmer pot. And this is another, I think, something that could be out year round. So it's not limited to any sort of space or season. It's very versatile. This one's ceramic as well, so you do get a nice shine to it, but I think it's just perfect. For,
a little smaller too.
Yeah, sure.
You know, for those of you that like a little quaint. It's very pretty.
Yeah, and also would be something to like what would you pair this with?
All of it.
Like something... But I mean, like, is there something specific?
You know, okay, let me think here.
I mean, I like kind of like that reed diffuser.
Yes, I think that something, you know, that would give you elegant, like if you were like doing
like some sort
murder
of
mystery dinner.
Oh,
you know, something.
See,
you know,
this is what I'm talking about. These are the things that I like. She's like, oh, that'd be good for a murder mystery dinner. I'm like, no, like.
Have you ever been to one of those? They're fun.
They're fun. I always win them.
It's like real life, you know, clues. I don't know. I just think, like, elegant and fun. And that is the best part about PZTV products is they all roll and they all pair so well with each other. And again, going back to that, we can fragrance any of your spaces in any different format. Also, home decor pieces, they're going to pair up and they just look better when they're paired with another one. Yeah. Speaking of things that smell good, we're going to talk about the next thing because it's absolutely amazing and needs really no introduction. Apple pumpkin butter, my friends. Apple pumpkin butter has made a return to the line. Oh my goodness. I know there's a lot of you out here already loving it. This brings back so many memories to me. Because I eat apple pumpkin butter. I've had it several times. It's delicious.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Oh yes,
like
it's
I would eat
very, very good. The Midwest, of course. You know what I'm saying. Apple pumpkin butter is wonderful. So you have fragrances. We're not going to eat this. We're going to smell it. Golden apples, spiced pumpkin with buttery vanilla. What I love about this fragrance, we're going to add 3 scoops of sprinkles to my damask simmer pot while I'm talking about it, is that I smell the butter. Okay, and I'm a sucker for anything that smells like I could eat it. It's wonderful. You definitely smell that buttery vanilla at the very tail end of it. This is just a very happy fragrance. It's kitchen, all of the above. But again, it's not overkill. It's not a cinnamon front fragrance. It's more of your, I would even say we could even take it. This week we've been embracing summer apple. I think we could tie this into a little bit of a summertime apple. It's not so much over the top fall. Yeah, I just wanted to get because to me the room sprays are so concentrated. I can really, really describe it. I do think that it's more of like the sweetness of the apple, but with hints of spice.
Yes,
hints,
spice,
very small hints.
Not cinnamony. Spice.
Yeah. It's gorgeous.
I also like this color.
It is a pretty color.
Like with this specifically. Yeah.
So 2 different formats for sprinkles. Of course, 16-ounce carton, 3.75-ounce bag, and then of course Sonia sprayed herself some room spray. We have a room spray, and then it smells so good. And then we have a diffuser oil, absolutely fantastic. Again, just illustrating how many different ways that we're going to fragrance your space, and that's what I love about that. We're going to take you guys down. We're going to talk about this next beauty because this is absolutely amazing. Gorgeous. Introducing back to the line, one of my absolute favorites. I happen to own. It's beautiful. All right, so this is the Quilted Orange Mosaic Simmering Light. I'm going to give you a turn off and on so you can see the colors. What I love about this is when you shut that off, okay, you see white, you see golds, you see light creams, yellows, of course, orange. When you turn it on, personally, when I'm looking at this, I almost feel like the white is almost like a light blue. It's just stunning. I mean, it is white, but it does have kind of like a blue undertone to it. Each one of these simmering lights, just so you appreciate this product, has hand-placed tiles. So there's never going to be any one that is the same. I love this for so many different reasons. It does take me back. It gives me, what did you say, stained glass window? Well,
yeah, I said I became mesmerized by this because of the pattern, the warm tones, and then I felt like I was like in church. Because it feels like a stained glass window to me.
We have it paired up here with the wood grain. That's what I have in my home with it. It also comes with your antique white base. So it's just your personal preference, whatever you like. And so forth. I have mine in my home with a lantern, of course. They're beautiful standalones. Lanterns do elevate it, so definitely take a look at that online. So many amazing things.
Okay, next up, we have this fragrance to talk about. This is Rustling Leaves. So this one was a surprising one for me. This one is in, what formats do we have here? We've got a carton and also the room spray. So let's talk about the notes here. First of all, you've got, so this is why it was surprising. It's aromatic leaves, crisp autumn air, and sprinkling woods. And I was smelling it and going, I like this, but why do I like this? To me, it reminds me of taking a walk in a forest in the fall, like right when leaves are starting to turn. And so to me, that's a grounding, calming, fragrance scent feeling. But what Beth said is, what else are you getting? Tell me more. Like, what else do you smell in that isn't listed here? And I was like, I don't know. I just keep thinking about a forest. And we said, a little bit of pine, but not like piney, like
not
you
like
guys
Christmas
are thinking.
tree.
Not like Christmas tree pine.
A freshness.
Fresh pine. Yeah,
it's
this
beautiful.
Is really lovely.
Paisley pick.
Yeah. Oh, once again.
So definitely a favorite. So yeah, lots of love for this one. You can't go wrong. I know a lot of you absolutely love this. This does pair. What I love about this fragrance is that you take it now, and then you take it all the way through fall. You pair it with your pumpkins, but then, because it has that undertone of that pine, you pair this up with aspen pine, my friends. This is perfection. It is so pretty, and we're gonna do that. You just wait. I've got a lot of recipes up my sleeve. In fact, if you tune in tomorrow at noon, I'm gonna be busy up in here. So if they come into the studio, it's gonna be smelling like a fall haven. So
love it.
Lots of love for that. But let's go ahead and add a few scoops before we move on down. Every time that you are using our product, I want you guys to keep in mind, especially if you're new, you want to make sure that you're using at least 3 scoops at minimum. I'm extra, so sometimes I use 4 and 5. But at least 3, okay? So some of these simmer pots, though, that we are showing you tonight do hold quite a bit of sprinkles. So yeah, but always keep in mind that 3 scoops is a suggested use. Okay?
Magic.
All right, friends.
Ooh, magic.
Yes, lots of love here. We're gonna move on down, and we're gonna talk about this.
Extra,
how fun is
you
this?
You said I'm extra, and I laughed at that. But this is like, I was like, whoa. Like, this is a whoa.
Okay. So we brought this back. This guy is fantastic to add to the line.
I love it.
Welcome the masked pumpkin accent shade. So, like Sonia introduced to you accent shades a little bit earlier in the show. This is what this is. So I'm going to take this off actually, because this is such an amazing piece here. We have it featured here with the glossy white simmering light that Sonia's going to tell you about here in just a second. But again, you have a masked face on the front. And then of course your traditional jack-o'-lantern, right? But I'm actually going to tip it forward so you guys can see. The hat is actually a little bit dipped, or curved. So you could actually set anything in here if you wanted to. If you wanted to take it and set it aside and put treats in that, it does hold treats. We did that last year. But like Sonia had said in the very beginning, you have the star accent along the top, and this has got glitter. This is such a fantastic, adorable accent shade. It is metal. Okay, so I'm going to tap. It's very nice quality.
It's lightweight.
It's very light. Yeah, very lightweight.
Look at all the colors, a lot of different, interesting patterning too, with the yellows and the oranges and the blacks and the whites and the stars and the glitter. Yeah,
here,
really.
And here we have it featured with that glossy white simmering light.
Oh yeah.
However, a lot of you out there I know are lovers of our mini ultrasonic diffuser.
Oh my god.
That, my friends, underneath this is magical. So what that does is that will actually make it look like it is steaming out the top, mysterious.
Like a witch's brew.
It's definitely something so fantastic. So definitely, if you have one of those, just so you know, it works perfectly with that.
Yeah, I love
so
it.
Definitely.
I have a feeling I know what's happening here. Someone's probably asking to see it with the burnt
but that
orange.
has already sprinkles in it.
Yeah, it does.
Oh.
We'll grab it, and so does that one, right?
No, I don't. I think there's. What about the witches underneath the stash?
Underneath both.
If it does, just no, you're good.
Yep.
Okay.
Can you do it? Or
Here, hold on.
Wait.
Hold on. I got it.
Beth's got those
I gotcha.
fancy fingers. Whoever asked about that, we were on the same page. I was thinking the exact same thing. But think about the mini ultrasonic underneath that, which is what Beth was just describing, because you basically put the diffuser oil into your mini ultrasonic, and then it starts to kind of smoke out.
All right. So let's see what happens. So,
this is so cool. This is
real quick. This is the glossy white. This is one of 2. We always call this a little black dress.
Yep.
It goes with everything.
A standard staple.
And so we're going to set this over. I think this is going to be the winner right here and show you guys how fantastic that is. Okay, so when you see this, just so you know, you'll be able to see the actual orange through. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so many hearts.
A lot of love.
They're loving that orange underneath.
Right? That guy has been a good little simmering light tonight. Yeah. Lots of love for that one.
I know. That we might have to add that to the basics list.
Absolutely.
The basics to have.
All right, friends, we're going to move on down and we're going to talk about my absolute favorite product. One of them, absolutely. I have so many favorites. This is the wall hug, right? So tonight, so cute, pumpkin spice decor on the front. I want to talk about the wall hug is one of my favorites for many reasons. This part actually comes out to utilize our diffuser oil. So that is what you're going to pour in this. And so this, I want you to think like plug into the wall and walk away. Okay. On the bottom of the wall hug, you're going to have an on-off switch. I'll leave that plugged in just for now. And this one actually comes with this cute little pumpkin spice decor piece. This has a nightlight in it as well. So what's nice about that, an on and off here at the bottom. So you can decide when you turn it on, turn it off. The piece on the back actually fits every single outlet. So if I were to take this out, I'll just show you because I love to do this anyways. That actually rotates. Okay. So here it heats with a hot plate and then you have an on off on the bottom. I actually have a lot of these in my home. Because
how many?
I love them so much. I feel like they just fill my house with fragrance in addition to the simmering lights and simmer pots too. So I have a pretty good smell in home. But this, you're going to actually add your favorite diffuser oil to where Paisley's tail is embossed here. And this actually just slides in right there, just like that. And so that just adds a little pop of decor. It does sell as one. You can buy the wall hug by itself. Also pair it up with your favorite diffuser oil in a bundle. Oh, save some money. And so we're going to actually plug it in here. Okay. And then I'm going to I'm going to add up some, let's see, what should we do here? We'll do, how about some pumpkin bread, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why
Go
not?
ahead and do some pumpkin bread.
Which, by the way, we were just going to introduce to you anyway. So here's the introduction, pumpkin bread, which I'm sure people out there know and love. And we've got a carton here in front of that.
Right.
We've got sprinkles and then the 2 diffuser oil options as well. And the notes here in pumpkin bread, spiced pumpkin, clove, and warm cinnamon. So this is like quintessential fall to me.
So I was
Beautiful.
holding in my containment because
Yes,
I was going to
yes.
allow you to introduce this fragrance.
Oh.
It happens to be my favorite.
Well,
Hands down.
that's so
We
fun.
are there. No, it's okay because I just was excited to fill my wallet. It's so good.
Go for it.
It doesn't. No, it's fine. It doesn't need an introduction because it's.
Yes.
It is the.
And they already know.
You know.
If you know, you know.
Do I have any other pumpkin bread? I'm going to only add up half because I have something else I want to do here in just a second. You tell them about the other formats.
Okay, so the formats or the
Well, so we have sprinkles
Yeah.
available in a carton. We
Yeah.
also have it available in a bag right here. And then
yeah.
the diffuser oils.
Yeah, I mentioned that. And
Okay, making sure.
I know where you're going next.
Yes.
You're gonna put this with that.
Yes.
She's ready to blend. Beth
I
is
am.
ready to blend.
That's right.
Okay,
So
so
moved on down.
we've got caramel bourbon brulee here.
Yes.
And if that's Beth's favorite, this is kind of my favorite right here.
Well, I
And
like that too.
I know. Well, we like all of them, but this is kind of like a really beautiful match here. The notes on this one, rich vanilla cream, caramel praline, and then the bourbon woods. And that was what was so surprising to me. I'm like, well, what is that? What is that going to translate to as I'm smelling it?
Love it.
So for me, it's a little bit more sweetness. And again, I like the warmth of these, the spiciness, this like, I want to say cinnamon, but it's not like in your face cinnamon. Yeah, those two together are really nice. That's
Okay, so we just blended.
We just blended some oil.
I wanted to do this really quickly. We just blended the 2 oils together. So this is your caramel bourbon brulee and
Yes.
pumpkin bread, my favorites. And I'm going to put that in my wall hug. That's something I love to do. a
So
lot.
I didn't watch you blend that, but do you have to swirl or anything, or do you just put them in? Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Yep. Fun fact about our oils, they can be blended just as exactly the same as our sprinkles can. So that's what I was itching to do. But both of these fragrances, look at those formats. Again, crowd favorite right here, my friends.
Yeah.
Caramel bourbon brulee. Need I say
Yeah.
any more? I want to drink that.
I know. Whoa, Beth wants a drink. Cool.
Yes. Well, it would be delicious though. Or brulee. Yeah. Right.
Well, it's like an after dinner drink.
That's exactly correct. Let us know what you would name this blend in the comments. So pumpkin bread and caramel bourbon brulee.
Oh, we
Definitely.
have some very creative people out there. So yes, definitely let us know. And also, I wonder if, like Beth, you have an all-time fall favorite fragrance. A favorite fragrance of all time, but
Yes.
fall related. Do you think they do? Is it hard? I feel like it's hard to just place your finger on one. Okay. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh my gosh. Okay, so earlier I was alluding to something that was kind of my standout favorite for this show in terms of accessories, and this is what I was talking about. This is the Mosaic Orange Simmer Pot, and it is beautiful. So here's what I love about this. First of all, I'm really attracted to the orange. It's not like a bright in-your-face orange. It's a very subtle, and it's a grounding color, right? These warm tones, these earth tones are really nice for fall and also year-round. And then paired with what's underneath, so I'm talking about the dish. And look at also, as she's doing this, how big this dish is, all right? This is a very, very large dish. But here's the magic of this for me, is the kind of texture that you're seeing underneath here of this simmer pot blended with the textures of the oranges and the reds and the maybe even yellows if you see them. This is like the inside of a cavern, right? Or the if you're like a gem person, I'm a stone and gem person. I love that kind of stuff. And so to me, this is like elevated. It's a really beautifully textured piece. And then it also has some roundedness in it. So it's not just sharp and rigid. The roundedness kind of softens everything for me.
Fantastic.
So yeah, I love this piece.
Absolutely. I just mixed in the same blend. Are they giving us any names? Let's take a break. I want to hear from you guys. Whoo, have we shown you a lot so far, and we still have more to go. How are we doing, Dana? We got any questions, any feedback? What are you guys loving so far?
Their pumpkin bread is an all-time favorite, especially the OGs.
I knew my friends would agree with
you
me.
knew. You put your finger on it.
Somebody said to name that other fragrance Farmhouse Pumpkin.
Yeah, farmhouse.
I know, that's what I was thinking. And somebody else said New York Lights.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, that's cool.
We're getting creative.
Yeah, we are. Love it.
Okay.
Definitely.
Amazing.
All right, we got more to share, my friends.
We got more.
Yep. Look at that guy. You guys talk about that guy.
I know, it's beautiful. This is the Hunter Green Mosaic Simmering Light. And again, I love all of the kind of pops of color that we're seeing through this fall collection because it really is indicative of what you actually see out in nature. So we're seeing nature reflected in this collection. I want to bring attention to that. This is a beautiful example of a simmering light. And again, Beth was mentioning how a lot of these pieces are hand selected, right? Pieces where it's individual placements that are happening. So that's what creates the uniqueness of each of these pieces. This one is paired with the antique white, but again, if you had the wood grain base under here, I think it would look incredible.
Yeah, there's off and on. Gorgeous. And again, no two are going to be the same because they're all hand pieced, hand placed or whatnot. Absolutely beautiful.
This reminds me of feathers or leaves that you would see in a forest. Again, very grounding, earthy, and elevated. I think it's really elegant.
Very much fall colors. Speaking of fall fragrances, we've talked about it all night. Paisley pick. I'm going to introduce you to July's Paisley pick. This is leather and teakwood, my friends. It became available today, actually, July 1st. Leather and teakwood, notes of wood, leather, and amber. So every single month, Paisley launches her pick, Paisley's pick. So this fragrance is only available in the months that we release it, unless, like we've actually shown you tonight, you guys absolutely love a fragrance, then we put it back in the line. So this is one I think that is going to be very popular.
Yes.
It's very strong, it's masculine, but it's got the gorgeousness of the teakwood. So your fragrance notes are wood, leather, and amber. If you know me, you know I love amber at the tail end of that. It's so pretty. Different ways to purchase it. There's 3 formats. You can purchase it, each of them individually. You could also purchase as a bundle with the oil, our diffuser oil, and a bag of sprinkles, or you could purchase all 3 together as a bundle as well. This is the room spray that we've been talking about. So
this one's been the most surprising one to me because I was like, leather? I don't know. I don't get it. But when I smelled it, I was like, ooh, yes.
So good.
Yeah, this is an ooh, yes.
Yeah, so can't wait for you guys to let us know what you're blending with that one. We're going to be doing that. We're going to take you on down like so many more amazing things to talk about. We're going to stop right here. And so remember, we were talking about accent shades a lot earlier in the show. And I have 3 fantastic accent shades here. Actually, featured with 3 different simmering lights. So I want to start here first with, this is the terracotta clay accent shade. I love how we've paired this up with the silver crackle simmering light. I'm actually going to remove that so you guys can see how gorgeous that simmering light is underneath. I love that one. I have 3 of these. Actually, this is my simmering light in my downstairs dining room and upstairs bedrooms. Very, very pretty. And so here we have a terracotta clay pumpkin. Of course, you've got holes on the top. It's a matte color, like a softer orange. This is like your traditional, I carved my pumpkin with my children, light-hearted Halloween, not dark at all. Jack-o'-lantern, very cute. And what I love about him too is that you could actually set him in a corner of a room, maybe with or without a simmering light underneath. I love that about our accent shades. They're so beautiful. They're so decorative. They're just fantastic. Here we have the willow leaf accent shade here. And then it's featured with my absolute favorite must have. If you are brand new to us tonight and you've never ordered Pink Zebra before, this is a must. This is the Candle Glow Simmering Light. Gorgeous, my friends. Your sprinkles are going to set in here. It does emulate a actual candle, hence the name Candle Glow. Does go with everybody. Everything. Everybody goes with everybody.
Same.
So the willow leaf accent shade, definitely fantastic for those of you that like maybe a little bit more simplistic, but elegant in the same breath.
Modern and airy.
Very,
yeah.
very, yes, airy and modern, absolutely. And then last but not least, we're gonna.
Last but not leaf.
Leaf. I meant to do that. Last but not least, the metal cord accent shade. Words tonight, my friends. Gorgeous. Okay. Love how open this is. Open concept. You have a muted sage green underneath with trimmed in bronze. I'm going to shut this on and off. We have it paired here with the glossy white simmering light. I do think that it would, I'm thinking to show something right now. I think it would be paired up really pretty. I didn't do this earlier or see it, but I think it would be very pretty with this. I want you guys to see how you can interchange these to just add, I think that's stunning. To add a little pop of color, or if you like it with the white, anything goes, but I think that's just adds a lot of love to that. Yeah. So all 3 of these again available, absolutely wonderful. So
I bet the burnt orange would look really nice underneath here too.
Absolutely.
So just another way to shine.
So just some favorites that we had. And speaking of favorites and things that I love here at Pink Zebra Home, if you're watching and you are loving everything that we're launching so far tonight, hopefully you are, because I am. I want to extend an invitation to you. We have here at Pink Zebra Home consultants all the way across the United States and in Canada, and we love them. And if you have ever considered joining or doing kind of selling and sharing our amazing product, I'm going to extend an invitation to you to join our family. We would love to have you. We have some awesome consultants, and so shout out to them tonight. So definitely, if you have one that you know and love, reach out to them. I'm sure that they would be happy to share. If you don't have one, let us know. We'd be happy to connect you with somebody that's in your area. But I just wanted to offer that up to you. We would love to have you as a part of our family. So to share these amazing new things.
Yeah. And then you get cool perks, I'm sure.
And you get to come, you get to share and smell it all and
I know.
do all the things and all the kinds of stuff. All right, we're going to go on because I'm about to lose it over this.
We don't want that. We don't want that to
No. So we're introducing to you
one of two
blend bashes tonight. Fantastic, my friends. All right, so Blend Bash rundown. Fantastic deal. All right, so if you love everything that we've talked about tonight, this is what you need right here. Look no further. So this is, the name of this is the Fall Seasonal Blend Bash.
Yes.
Okay. Comes with 8 cartons that you see here. Remember, we have cartons and bags. You get your value in the carton. And it's got all 8 of the fragrances that we actually just talked about. So in addition to 8 cartons, you also get 30 blending bags in case you're wanting to blend your own fragrances like we're going to do tomorrow and then some, and as well as a diffuser oil and then a simmer pot. So it's actually a really good deal.
That's a great deal
for all the things that you get. So we're going to run through the first of 2. I'll share a little bit about these fragrances. Again, we went into great detail with them, but this is really a really great deal. I want to stress that. Buy for yourself or host a party with your favorite consultant as well. So first up, we have Forbidden Fruit. farmhouse cider, rustling leaves, and pumpkin bread. And then what have you got down there, Sonia?
Okay, oh boy, down here we've got caramel bourbon brulee.
Yes.
This has got to be the golden harvest, which was really lovely. Apple pumpkin butter, which Beth wanted to eat.
Woo!
And then the everything autumn, which is just everything
Wonderful.
for both of us. So really you have a really nice spectrum of scents within the fall family, if you can think about it that way. You've got the spiciness and also the fruitiness, but really like kind of everything in between. If you're subtle and the more like standout.
If you're looking to start your fall collection, this is what you need. Look no further, because you got them all. And then some. So that is the Blend Bash, my friends. Are they loving that? Any comments? Anything that we need to? Any feedback so far? Everything good?
Very good.
Good. Keep it coming. All right, so we're going to move on down. We're going to introduce to you, for those of you that love Christmas in July, here you go. All right, so we are starting off strong, of course, for those of you that love to embrace all things jolly. We are turning the page right now, and we're going to give you some seasonal favorites. Really needs no introduction. We have a lot of really fantastic ones. We're going to kind of run through the formats and the different fragrances here. Definitely a must-have for you lovers of Christmas. And then some. Aspen Pine made a return tonight. Aspen Pine is available in a carton of sprinkles that I have here, as well as a bag of sprinkles. So you got a lot more for your money. So keep in mind 384 versus 96 hours of fragrance in a bag. In addition to that, we also made it available in a large diffuser oil. This is the smell of a Christmas tree spot on. Fragrance notes in this are fresh pine needles, spiced orange with warm clove. This is perfection. I love this. I love to mix it with pumpkin bread. I love to mix it with all kinds of things, and we will do so. So you have 2 different sizes of oils available, as well as a room spray.
Okay, this one was a standout for me. Again, this one is Winter Woods. And if you haven't smelled it, or you haven't smelled it in a long time, I want you to remind yourself or remember that this isn't wintry like spearminty or pepperminty or anything like that. This really offers a sweetness and a soothing winter smell. So the reason why is because it's got blends of golden amber, cedarwood, and sandalwood, and that sandalwood softens the tone of the scent. It's really lovely. So it's crisp and clean without being sharp. It's really subtle and sweet, kind of grounding again. But this in a room spray would be amazing. Okay, let me just tell you. And then you've got all of the formats that Beth talked about, the carton, the bags of sprinkles, as well as both sizes of the diffuser oil as well.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. We also brought back Holiday Home. Paisley pick, by the way. Okay, so definitely a favorite when it launched out. Holiday Home really needs no introduction. And of course, all of these are proven favorites, you guys. Absolutely fantastic scents of the season. Woody pine, sandalwood, vanilla, and warmed cinnamon. This is perfection. If you are looking for that perfect holiday scent, this, oh man, so pretty. I love this. I actually have friends and family members that use this all year round. They love it that much. You have it available in a carton of sprinkles, as well as a 16-ounce and a 3.75-ounce bottle of diffuser oil.
Okay, I love this one, Sugar Cookie Bliss, and this is like walking into Grandma's kitchen, y'all.
Yep.
This is a sweet smell, but it is so like touching to me. It's heartwarming. It's like you just want to give somebody a hug, right?
Oh,
it is butter. It is straight butter, but like old school. So buttery sugar cookies, vanilla, and frosting, and that frosting really sweetens things up. This is a in your face smell, I would say. I mean, like you don't have any question marks in your head. You know what you're smelling and you love it. And this is the one I want to eat.
Definitely. And look at all those formats too. So you got 4 different formats.
Yep.
Away we go. Returning Hot Cocoa Kisses. Love this one. All right. So Hot Cocoa Kisses. Sugar cocoa powder, creamy milk, followed up with marshmallow whip. Yum. What I love the most, we were smelling this one earlier, I told Sonia, is the strong cocoa on the forefront. It is beautiful. I think that I actually know of a fragrance that's coming down the pipeline that would be perfect with that.
Oh.
And actually a couple of them, I'm already spinning my wheels on what we're going to do to mix with this one.
Okay.
But available not only in a carton, but also in a bag of sprinkles. Don't hesitate with that one. It's wonderful.
Okay, also available in a carton and a bag of sprinkles, we have Ginger Snap Cookie. So you guys give me all the cookie ones. I love this one too, spiced sugar, molasses, and vanilla bean. Now the difference between this and the sugar cookies, you definitely could blend them, is this is less sweet forward, more of that spiciness. Mm-hmm. So really traditional to that ginger snap scent.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It's wonderful.
Love it.
Oh my goodness. What do you guys see so far that you absolutely love? Keep in mind too that if you are placing that order of over $100,
yes.
10 winners tonight, we're going to be drawing. You're going to have 2 surprise bags in your order. I want to hear from you. This next fragrance really needs no introduction. Okay, this is the second fragrance tonight. It was one of the very first fragrances that I ever purchased, and it is spot on, absolutely amazing warm apple pie. It's like you have to, warm apple pie. Mm-hmm. So wonderful. I'm smelling it right here. It's so fragrant. Baked apple, warm brown sugar, which I think is what really draws me in. Followed up with cinnamon. This is perfection, and it's a balanced fragrance. When you melt this, it's instant happiness. Apples, we've been talking about apples all week long with our behind the scent. They definitely bring back lots of memories, especially for this time of year. This is the perfect fragrance for your upcoming fall parties, for your upcoming holiday seasons. It's fantastic. Available not only in a carton and a bag, as well as look at the rest of these formats. Large diffuser oil, yes please. 3.75 ounce bottle of diffuser oil, and then the infamous room spray.
I like that you mentioned something that we hadn't said before, which is the apple, right? Mm-hmm. The thread of apple. Apple is really grounding. It comes from the earth, your connection to the earth. But also apple is nostalgic because it's one of the first fruits that we eat as a kid, right? So it's always going to be a throwback, and you've seen it consistently throughout this collection.
Right.
I love this scent. This fragrance is candied cinnamon apples. Once again with the apples, right? But this one is like that red hot. This one is cinnamon thrown in your face, and it's like those red hot candies. Yeah. That I don't know. I used to eat as a kid. So the fragrance notes here are spiced apple, warm cinnamon, and caramelized sugar. So the sweetness and the spiciness and the zestiness. This is a wake you up, energizing scent. Like you want this one in the morning. You want this one in the kitchen. You want this one whenever you're kind of starting to lull in the afternoon. Instead of coffee, this one will wake you right up.
Wonderful.
Red hot.
All right, my friends. So we're going to take you down and show you the showstopper. All right, this is the I Want It All package. All right, so we have our fall moment now. Introducing to you, this is our holiday blend bash for the season. All right, so if you loved everything that you just saw that we introduced to you, introducing the second blend bash of the night, the holiday blend bash. So many fantastic fragrances. So what I'm going to show you, we have Holiday Home that we just introduced to you, Ginger Snap Cookie, Winter Woods, Hot Cocoa Kisses. And what do you got down there at the bottom?
Let's see. The Aspen Pine has got to be this one because I see the color. The Warm Apple Pie, the Candied Cinnamon Apple, and the Sugar Cookie Bliss.
Yum.
So all this together, how many blends could you do with this?
Oh, don't
countless.
count.
I don't even know. I don't even know how many, right?
We could countless.
You could blend 2, you could blend 3, you could blend 4. The options are endless here, right?
They are.
Yeah.
And much like the other blend batch that we introduced to you, if you're looking to build your winter, your seasonal, these fragrances, I'm going to promise you, because I'm going to give you those recipes, are going to blend with those. And those are going to blend with these, and then some. Everything that we talked about tonight, one of my favorite fragrance blends to do is some pumpkin bread, some aspen, the 2 of those together, and then mix in a little cider with that. And so you'll see as the seasons unfold, the fall unfolds, and then we kind of head into not ready, but winter, then we're going to start showing you ways that you can blend throughout the season.
So get it now, pull it out later.
Yes.
Get it now, use it now, whatever. Yeah.
And best part about this, I'm going to tell you, if you're watching and you're like, wow, I really need all of that, because that was me earlier. I'm going to encourage you to buy the Blend Bash because it definitely does give you a value. You know, you get 8 cartons, all 8 cartons. Cartons are always your best bang for your buck because there's 4 bags of sprinkles equivalent in a carton. So definitely.
And also, if you saw some of these fragrances and you're like, oh, I like that one and that one. I remember that one. Whatever it might be. I mean, it's all right here for you.
This one too comes with that adorable little reindeer simmer pot that we.
Oh, that's cute. I know which one you're talking about.
Yes, it does, and a diffuser oil. So definitely keep in mind that both blend bashes are going to come with a small diffuser oil and a simmer pot. So and 30 blending bags that you can blend with your friends, which is the value behind it.
It's Christmas in July.
So, yes,
and then also that you've got the $100 deal.
You do. Absolutely. Yeah, spend $100 tonight.
Yeah.
And then you've already met that. Yeah, with the blend bash, you would already meet that. So lots of good stuff tonight. That, my friends,
Do you have anything else to show us?
Oh my goodness. Nothing else tonight. Tomorrow we will do all the blending. We want to hear from you though. If there's something that you guys, we did get to the end of the show.
Yeah.
All right, I want to call this out because she said earlier we were laughing about it. Look at that hand and tell me, look at how that's glowing.
I know, that's amazing. I love
so we're talking about the glitter
go
candle.
back down?
It's fantastic.
I like it from this angle, right?
I do
to
too.
see it from this angle, it kind of looks like a little witch's. What are those things
It's a
called?
witch's hand.
Like a witch's brew or something. Yeah, that's what it looks
We're
like.
going through Christmas in July.
Yes, you've got all these blend bashes. You've got all of these different formats, which we talked about extensively. So if you can't choose, try several of them to see which ones you like.
Right.
If you're new to Pink Zebra, right? Beth loves the diffuser oils in her wall hugs. I really love the room sprays. We all both use the sprinkles. But see what works for you.
Test them out, try them out, and then Scent Flirt. I mean, need I say more?
That's a great way to test things out.
Scent Flirt exclusives tonight, definitely. We're gonna move on down. This was our blend bash that we just launched just a little bit ago. Okay, and then of course some fantastic pieces that we brought into the line as well.
We talked a lot about accent shades.
Oh my goodness,
tonight.
so good. We're getting around the corner. We're going to show some really amazing things.
Yeah.
They want to know what the $100 deal is.
Okay, so tonight, if you place a $100 order or higher order, you have a chance at not only 1 blending bag, but 2. We're going to be dropping, and then I'm going to be blending as well, because you guys know I do that all the time. You always have a chance at that anyways, but you have a chance at 2. So we're going to be drawing 10 winners tonight on random, and we're going to stick 2 bags in your package. One of those bags is going to be the fall confetti. So lots of fun stuff. We're going to move on down.
Spend $100 tonight.
Yes.
For your chance to win.
Yes. Lots of good stuff. Apple pumpkin butter season. Lots of love. Golden Harvest was new. This is that Witch's Hand glimmer candle.
I just think that looks so cool.
Does look cool. She's got forbidden fruit in her hand. Lots of love there. This was the candlestick wreaths. We did not. Yeah.
Ooh.
Make sure.
I'm like, I need to be careful with that. Okay. Because I got so excited.
Okay.
There we go.
Scent Flirt exclusives tonight. Absolutely adorable. 2 brand new ones. We did pair up this little guy with the glossy orange simmering light. Okay, that we launched. Very beautiful. One of my absolute favorites ever. Everything Autumn. Came back to the fall line, Witch's Hat Simmer Pot. The absolutely adorable Spellbooks accent shade. Farmhouse Cider really needs no true introduction. Wow, love that one so much. One of the first fragrances I ever bought.
Yes.
And then we had the Gnome. Okay, but did you see Moment of Calm? Just saying. All right, so all of that fantasticness, and we started off strong with one of the best fragrances, my friends, that we have ever had that will sell out. Don't say I didn't tell you so. So tonight, if anything, get your Moment of Calm in a carton, my friends. Go run. It will not last long. Moment of Calm was a sellout, and I think almost record timing. And I'm going to tell you what, it was a Scent Flirt sneak peek.
Yeah.
So those of you that were able to sneak this back when it originated knew how fantastic it was. And we heard you. We brought it back. We started our show strong tonight. So wow, what an incredible show.
I can't
I don't
believe
even know.
that was like so much. That
So
was
fun.
so much and so
Yeah.
fun. And
Thank you.
It smells so good in here with everything going all at once.
Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you so much
You're
for
so
having
awesome.
me. I
We
hope you
love
guys had
Sonia
fun.
here. And we will see you tomorrow. I'll be live at noon with a whole bunch of fun things to do. So definitely go shop. Don't sleep on this. And thank you for joining me tonight. Bye, friends.